Hey girls, how you doing? Let's do another pickacard, and today's going to be what's happening. I like to do that beginning of the week, but it doesn't really matter when you're watching it. It's going to be relevant, hopefully. So let's do 2 pounds, and then we have a major arcana from the soul card. I love that deck from my friend Laurent, as you know. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, I know every time, every single time. Pile number one, the star, 10 of Pentacle, 4 of Swords. This is absolutely stunning. So yes, you know very much that you tick all the boxes for each other. You are a ray of sunshine. You are the light at the end of the tunnel for each other. You just need to balance the emotion. Indeed, you knew from day one. You recognized each other for sure. And then there was a period of no communication because you needed to work it out. You needed to become the best version of yourself. You needed to figure out what you wanted, who you were, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm not going to bore you with that. We know the deal. And then you can reconnect, and this time it's going to be, oh my god, a powerhouse. You can be the dream team. You can make so much money, be very successful, very abundant, and very romantic, of course. But through that phase of no communication, you're going to do the healing. Is necessary. If you don't do this, if you don't go back to the past in order to understand the past, not transforming the past, obviously is not possible, but understanding the past. Why do you seem to repeat the same pattern? Why are you unsatisfied in some ways? What's going on? What's cooking? Once you do that work, then you understand yourself better, and understanding as well the other person. It goes without saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. There is a need to look within. I think this one came out yesterday as well. It's a self-development. That's those questions you need to ask yourself. It can be as well going back to school, going back and learning new skills. It's about improving yourself, understanding yourself better, and both sides. Also, it could be something to put on paper. For example, if you want to do that business and seriously succeeded, you better get everything in place, right? Learning new school new learning new skills, going back to school, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, indeed, totally. And also there's an idea of the door is always open between you two, even if you do not communicate with each other for a long time. You steal in each other energy for sure, but there is an idea of unfinished business because you need to learn those skills. You need to use those tools, and it's a bit outside of the box, but yes, going back to school, doing some therapy, talking to a good friend, have a cup of coffee and just talk. Sometimes that's enough to clear your mind, and learning what actually you're trying to avoid and just taking on board, right? Yeah, maybe someone had to choose between two, but I feel more about recognizing you as a soulmate. I feel more that energy, but hey, you never know. Someone is definitely going to move towards you because now they learn the lesson, and now they clear-minded. Excuse me, George is definitely here, of course. So yeah, but at the same time, you understand what you want and who you want to be with. Only if you do that introspection, only if you think twice, and if you take the time to really consider every option and really take that moment, that pause, and you can understand yourself better. In that way, you can understand what you need to do and who is supposed to be with you or not. Or maybe you just need to be by yourself altogether. Okay, so let's have a one card from the soul card. Sorry for my voice, very deep today. Right, okay, so we have judgment. Yes, absolutely. It's about purging and knowing really yourself so clearly to know exactly who you are. You can only do this work when you're confronting yourself, and you're not the enemy of yourself, not at all. It's just you have to know who you are. Do you like, a certain food? Do you like certain things? I mean, be very clear. And also removing the guilt, removing the complication within yourself, being very crystal clear with yourself, forgiving yourself for certain things that you actually, it's not your responsibility. Maybe you were the victim of what happened to you. At the end of the day, let it go, right? If you understand what you went through, then you can let it go and move forward. Otherwise, you're still marinating in that soup, if you see what I mean. Nice. Okay, file number 2, what's happening? The world, Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands. This is hot. This is powerful. Okay, so you definitely ending a cycle. That season has to go. Also, it's an idea of someone is thinking the world of you. Someone is watching you. There's an idea of traveling towards you as well. It's really that end of chapter that needed to be done. Now it's done and dusted. Let's move on. Let's create a new chapter. Definitely an offer that is very juicy. It can be work. It could also be love at first sight. It's really powerful. It's all about the emotion. Gorgeous, but don't be scared. It can definitely be powerful and very very, how can I say, passionate. There's a lot of chemistry here, but don't be afraid. It might put you out of balance a little bit because it's so like, oh my goodness, so intense. So don't run away from it. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it happen. Okay. It's an emperor. So that could be someone like a boss who's making an offer to you that is so unbelievable. But also it could be that special someone, male, female, doesn't matter. Someone who knows, I want you, period. Oof, that is powerful. So you could be a little bit like, whoa, what's happening? But let's not forget, there was a work that has been done before that. You know, this is a result of a lot of work that you've done on yourself, a cycle that probably was very complicated, very difficult. But that person now know as well what they've been through and they recognize you as the real one. You center stage, so you very much in demand. People want a piece of you. Definitely, whether it's on the internet, people see you, see your CV or whatever. You're very luminous, and people find you attractive in many different ways, whether it's your work but also physically. Female, queen of one, doesn't matter. It's about being center stage and not hiding in the background. Maybe now you are ready to shine bright yourself, right? Yeah, someone wants to approach you, maybe telling you what they feel for you, and maybe apologize as well, because maybe, you know, finishing that cycle again, maybe in a previous cycle they were not really behaving properly, and they need to tell you that. They need to say, sorry, I messed up, right? Okay, yeah. It seems to me that there was a long journey, a lot of obstacle to get to that point, but now that's it, the baby is out. Loving it. Yeah, look, you think so? Six of Pentacles, sorry, is an idea of equal give and take, paying you for what you're worth, loving you the way you should be loved. You maybe had to put your foot down and make sure that they understood how, you know, valuable you were, and maybe they didn't see that at first, and now they realize they want to make amends, and they want to really seriously treat you with a lot of love, lot of respect, because you're so worth it. Boom, bada boom, I love it. Okay, so let's have one major arcana from the soul cards. Let's have a look. Exciting. Temperance, yeah, it's about balance, definitely. You know, it's very much temperance with this one work really well. It's an idea of balancing the scales, balancing the emotion, and you also know that you're meant to be. It's that knowing, you know, it's like it's written, you can see it, you didn't know how to do it, but actually now you appreciate. Maybe if you go piano a little bit, in the sense of listening to what the other person has to say, and vice versa, of course, then there is a way to find a perfect balance, and stunning, absolutely stunning. So that is what's happening. Bring it on. So on this note, have a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.